EGM Network.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cottage Conversations with Mary Lou Ciambriello. I am Mary Lou Ciambriello. I'm a realtor here in Indian River County with Remax Crown Realty, and I specialize in selling single-family homes. Today, we have a really wonderful podcast. It's about kids' tag art. But before I do that, I'd like to do a shout-out to my good friend, Jason Judson. Jason just became captain for the Indian River County Fire and Rescue Department. I've known him a long time. He's a wonderful man, and I love his family. So, Jason, very proud of you, that you're my friend, and thank you so much. Congratulations to you. So let's get into the podcast. We're going to have our guests introduce themselves. Jennifer, you'll be last, okay? So
no
work
problem.
on that.
Sure.
Okay, Carole Jean, please go first and tell us all about you.
Carole Jean Jordan. I'm your tax collector here in Indian River County.
And we love you, too.
Thank
Even
you.
though you take our taxes. Okay.
Well, we do so many other things.
You do.
We're
You do.
kind of one-stop shopping, tags, titles, TSA pre-check, concealed weapon programs, just everything.
My goodness.
One-stop shopping. They buy a house from you and they move to Indian River County. They come see us, and yes, they can get that also. They come see us and just about get everything taken care of. Then they can go over to Wesley Davis's.
And you're part of this wonderful program.
Yes.
And that's even, okay. And for you, Jeremy, go ahead. Aside from being handsome, which you are, tell us about yourself, okay?
Yeah, my name is Jeremy Tucker. I work currently as the Executive Director of Kids Tag Art in Indian River County, and also am the Public Affairs Administrator at the Indian River Tax Collector's Office. So I work under Carole Jean, and I think she's probably the greatest boss I've had so far in my life.
Oh, that's
So I gotta
sweet.
appreciate it.
That is
That is a
sweet.
wonderful thing to say.
Yeah.
We like our boss too, but we don't think he's the greatest. We just we try to keep him in line. Okay, so for today, I want to start talking about this program because I think it's an amazing program. So, who wants to talk to me about explaining what kids tag art is, because it's really a big deal.
Yeah. So Kids Tag Art is an organization and kind of an event sort of competition we do for the 5th grade students across the county that we're in. We currently just service Indian River County. And
That's enough.
Yeah, I'd say so. It covers enough. We do, I think, every public elementary school in the county, their 5th grade students at their schools are participating in the competition. Eventually, we get it started in December.
So we're coming up on it. So this is really wonderful. This is perfect timing for that.
Yes.
And let me ask you, all the schools participate then? All the schools participate? Do
So-
all the children participate?
All the public schools participate.
All the public schools,
they have
yeah.
a choice to participate or not. They usually do. From my experience, they do. And we have a number of choice private schools that also participate. But I have noticed not every single teacher has, but eventually in the future, the goal is to get every 5th grade art teacher to eventually, at least in this county, get started in that if they
And
can.
that includes
yeah.
homeschoolers.
Yes.
Really?
We started homeschooling classes last
wonderful.
year.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we're excited.
That is wonderful. So, I find the whole thing inspiring. So do you find it inspiring? I just find it so inspiring. I love art to begin with, and I think that it's not focused enough upon. I don't know. I don't have anybody in school at all.
Yeah.
In college, I guess they are now.
Mary Lou, I think one of the big problems is the small amount of money they get for
Yeah.
their art projects, for
Yeah.
their supplies. So that's what we're able to do. Besides have this incredible contest where we award prizes, first and second place in every school, and then we award money toward the supplies that they have. So they can get a nice sum of money out of each year. And
on top of that, it's creative.
Absolutely.
And these children really get inspired by the whole thing. I know
They
that
do.
Pat and I are going to sponsor. We're going to take a cheap sponsorship. Look at me for $500, okay?
Oh, that's
Sign me
awesome.
up.
Thank
Oh, no,
you.
That's
definitely,
awesome.
That is
definitely.
awesome, Mary.
Well, and you're going to do it too. You have 6 sales, honey. Okay, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you're gonna need a deduction. Okay, so you're gonna be doing it. Okay, is there? So let's talk about this. So all the students participate. And how do you choose a winner? Darn.
we don't.
Who chooses the winner?
We have 3 judges. Every year we've been able to get 3 judges. Last year it was 3 incredible women that work so well together. They come in, the artwork is stacked up. They don't know who the child is.
Yeah.
They may know who the school is, but they don't know who the artist is. And they spend an entire afternoon going through all these. And this is when the artwork is simply on paper.
Right.
This is what the child has turned in. And again, and I'm going to encourage this on the radio and on TV, that please use markers. The artwork, even though it's incredible, it comes out so much better when they use markers.
How interesting.
You know, not
Markers
crayons.
versus
Crayons,
crayons.
they don't reproduce well. And so when at the bottom line is we have the license tag for the front of a vehicle, and they look so pretty when they're in markers.
And they're
but
vanity tags too.
Yes.
It's not even just a license; it's a vanity tag, and it's got to be so incredible to have your artwork on there. So Jennifer,
I've seen them. I really,
Yeah, they're
I mean, they're
amazing.
great.
they're amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is there a specific theme? Do we have a theme, or do you leave that up to the children?
we did years ago. We started out with a theme, and but we've kind of let the children decide what they want to draw. And they tend to go back to previous years, I think, because they've seen artwork from previous years, and they do all different kinds of things. They do beach, they do airplanes, they do the space coast, they everything that they live.
Everything I've
they
looked
put on
at,
paper.
it just makes me
The
smile.
imagination
the art,
runs
the art
wild.
just makes you smile
Yeah.
when you go into to the DMV. I don't know about all those other licenses that you did. You
Right.
really, God, you've got big shoulders. But I love going in there and just going through the art. They were showing some on the screen there, but it's just amazing to me. And I think that was done in crayon.
Yes,
I'm just
yes,
guessing.
you can see
Okay.
the difference.
that is
Very
a nice
good.
one.
That's
But they are just so amazing, and these kids are so creative.
Oh,
And
wow.
I want to invite you to come to the awards ceremony.
I will be
because
there. I will
it
be
is
there.
so much fun. Everybody brings their families, and
Yeah.
we have incredible donors. Wild Time,
I'll
Chick-fil-A.
bring my date, too.
Absolutely. And they bring, the Wild Time donates food it's enough food. They bring families, and of course Chick-fil-A brings nuggets, which they wipe out
You
immediately.
had me at Chick-fil-A.
And, yeah, different ones
That's
bring.
how. Oh, you had me at Chick-fil-A.
And we have 200 people there, and then here comes these little kids, and they're announced as winners.
And
now
it's-
we've told them something in advance to get
So they
them
have
there.
an idea.
But they don't know if they're first place or second place, and then the overall winner. We have a county overall winner, and they are just so excited. Some of them are just dumbstruck; they can't see anything, and then some of them are just as chatty as they can be.
It's just a wonderful thing to do, and the program is to raise money. Actually, aside from making the kids creative and having them think, Jeremy, it's also to raise money for art supplies and that type of thing. So talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, we try and just, take all the fundraising we get from either the plate sales or whoever wants to kind of donate for the year. We have special events throughout the year to raise even more money, just for the schools themselves. The biggest thing is just giving back to them. Carole Jean didn't mention earlier, but we also have choice awards. And so if a student wins a choice award, which is actually from any one of our sponsors or donors, they get a specific kind of, you saw on the screen up there, it said one of them was the Centennial's Choice Award. So that was from this past year, where we had people from organizing the Indian River County Centennial came in and actually picked their own plate from the judging that we mentioned earlier, where they all come into
I
a
understand
room.
there's thousands of art
Yes.
turned in. I mean,
Yes.
It's a big job.
it's
Yes.
a big job.
I
It's
had
a big
to-
job for him just to put it together.
I'm so glad I don't have to judge that, because they're children.
It's
you know.
fun. It's
But
fun
judging
stuff.
has to be very difficult.
Well, fortunately, the children aren't there, so you're not
Yes.
looking at them.
Yes.
You're just looking at their work.
But it's still-
three
yeah.
ladies that were very well versed in the world and in art and in design and things judged this year, and they
It's
just did a fabulous job.
happy thing. I just
It
get
is.
crazy when I see it. Is there people ask me when I said I was going to be doing a tag art podcast, they were like, how does that connect to real estate? And I think everything connects to real estate. And one of the reasons I think it connects to real estate is because it just shows what a great community we are, that this is part of what we do. It's not just a house. When you buy into the community, you buy into the community. And there's just so many different programs that we have. Jennifer, you have to help me by asking a few questions here, honey, because I'm running out.
Well, and that's one
Yeah.
thing that we had to do. We had to become part of the fifth grade community
Yeah.
in order to get them involved, because they have a couple other projects. They have
Yeah.
fundraisers for the school. They have fundraisers for their class.
I've been to
but-
Publix.
yeah, but this was specifically for, for their art supplies, and everything goes back not to the school board, not to the Board of Education, not to just to the art
supplies.
classroom. Yes,
Wow,
that
wow.
classroom, and we give a good amount of money every year.
I know.
And thank goodness for our donors and our sponsors and our fundraisers.
That's wonderful. I really love that. I just think it's just I just think that the personality comes out in the children and the creativity. And I ran into Amy Speaks. She's one of our
Oh, yes.
lenders. So with the first year they came out, she said, "Oh, Mary Lou, my daughter's home. She's trying to pick a theme. She's taking this very serious." So they really do take it very seriously. And on top of that, it really does build their self-esteem. It's a wonderful way for children to, learn competition. Not everybody gets a trophy, but everybody walks away knowing that they did something amazing. How much money do we charge for these tags, and where can we buy them? Or I should call them kids' art tags. Okay.
So
Don't correct me, Jeremy. Okay. I saw the look.
kids tag art.
Tag art. Okay.
Yeah, we currently you can purchase them. I think we're doing it for $22 now. And there's specifically a website we host along with our vendor for them, who actually prints them out, called Cool Stuff. You guys can go to it. It's irckidstagart.com.
It's called Cool Stuffs.
Well, cool
one
Stuff
of our
is
vendors,
our
yeah.
vendor who actually prints the
Yeah,
plates
so it's
for us.
COOL.
Yeah, it's actually KOOL.
K-O-O. So it's
stuff.
cool with a K.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
they're here locally, so we try and get
Well, I
the
love that.
local vendors to help out in this just this whole venture. And she does a great job. Carole Jean mentioned earlier about the markers. The reason why is because if you saw the ones in colored pencil, when they're printed on the plate itself,
It's a little faded.
It's a little faded. It's
Yeah.
not as
see that.
vibrant as it would be if they all used markers.
Well,
so
that's
we're going to try and
that's a good
encourage
suggestion.
them
That's
this
a-
year. all
Well,
use
Yeah.
markers.
we give the art teachers money, and we found out very quickly they're much better at buying the markers than we are. We went with the more conservative route, and it wasn't necessarily the quality of markers that they like.
Well, they
so we
know.
give them the money, the teachers the money. There's a stipend that's given every year. I don't remember the amount.
Are
Yes.
any of
But
you
to
artists? Are any of you good at art?
I'm not.
Well,
My
Jeremy?
my
Yeah.
son Billy is.
Yeah.
He won the Congressional Art Award, and
Oh,
he was
my
this.
gosh.
Here he is, this big football player. Wasn't interested in the arts, but he had two amazing teachers. He had Mrs. Curzon and I forget the other lady's name, but just amazing teachers that took his work and really would get him to go back and do something and add a little more and do this. And so he won the Congressional Art Award.
Not a
so
bad
it was
day.
in Washington for a year, hanging in the tunnel.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
and then,
wonderful.
And then grandson William is also very artistic, but not me. They didn't get it from me at
Oh,
all.
wow. And how
Me
about you?
either.
How about you,
I actually I started working for her as the graphic designer, so it kind of works out
He's
in a
very
way because I like it. I've always liked it, and it shocks me some of the art that I see, because when I was that age, I wasn't doing anything close to that. And some of these kids, they really know what they're doing. Like, these students really are in touch with their artistic side. And, you could see it from possibly
I know. I
examples
love
sent
it. I
through.
love just going
Well,
in.
look at the turtle.
Yeah,
Oh, and
that's
look
the
at
one.
that.
And of course,
that you
that's
picked
the
out, yeah.
turtle is our theme
symbol,
anyway.
yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, that's our.
but
that's perfect.
that's the tax collector's choice this year, and I just fell in love with it. Of course, it's a girl turtle.
Oh.
She's got eyelashes, but
Oh,
she's
there you-
she's
Love it.
so cute.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jennifer?
How can us in real estate, how can we support your program, like as far as realtors are concerned?
We'd like to be able to do something, and we'll talk John into something.
Come to our event. We have a fundraiser. Tell them about Fujiyama.
Okay, yeah. So we have Fujiyama coming up in January, where we're gonna have kind
Yes,
of
chefs.
celebrity chefs come, and they're gonna be hosting at their own tables, cooking and whatnot at the hibachi grill itself. The goal is to just raise as much money as we can. We're gonna have I think 2 auctions going on there, a silent auction and a regular auction. auction to help fundraising for Kids Tag Art
And
this
that
year.
raised a lot of money last year.
It did, yeah, close to $40,000
That
last
was
year. So
amazing.
Wow.
you know, we're going to try and
Was the
aim
food
and hope
that
for
good?
it.
I'm just checking.
So,
It is.
But-
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
I
good.
tried
Yeah,
it.
it's yummy.
They
No, I
tend
love
to throw
pajamas,
things,
but
yeah,
they
they
were
tend to throw
cooking.
things at each
Yeah.
other, one table to
Oh,
another
okay.
when it's everybody, you know, everybody's friends and they're
Yeah.
having a good time.
Well,
yes.
everybody in the
Yeah.
county is kind of friends. You can't go anywhere without meeting
For
somebody.
sure.
Yeah.
Of course, we're blessed with our
Yeah.
board members. We should mention, you know, that we have incredible board members for
Yes.
Kids Tag Art.
Yes.
So
Wow.
they're very supportive. Sheriff Flowers, Chris Sexton always gives us
Yeah.
either one or two of her gorgeous necklaces that she makes.
Well, that's
and
art in itself as
it
well.
is.
Yeah.
It is, and just different.
I can sign my name really good.
There you go.
I have really good handwriting. It's my art form.
I can't even draw a stick figure.
No, I used to be pretty good. I'm not a great artist anymore because I think
Well,
it's
you are in your house. I've seen your pictures of your cute little cottage and all the things
Yeah,
that
Her
you all
house
do
is
there.
amazing.
well,
yes.
yeah, my
Absolutely
house, yeah, she
amazing.
likes my house.
I
okay.
do.
I do too.
A lot of character.
Yeah, well, because it's beige. I live with the beige man. He likes beige. You had a beige daughter. I have a beige husband. Everything in my house is beige. We have no color on any wall, so you've got to be creative when you've got beige going on. So, what do you see for the future of this? I mean, you've made a lot of money. What did you make? About $160,000 aside from Fujiyama's.
For the lifetime, yes.
Yes, that's
so far.
amazing.
Yeah, in
That's amazing.
The last 7 years, getting close to $160,000. You know, and we try and just give back all we can straight into the schools and whatever they need. You know, we try not to be selfish for ourselves with it. We try to just give back to, you know, the ones that need it the most. Because, you know, if you really think about it, in terms of the art programs in these schools, you know, especially the public schools, probably is not a whole lot of funding
they're
going into
sparse.
it.
They're
Yeah.
sparse.
$500 a year for their
Yeah.
supplies.
Yeah.
It's
So-
sparse.
Wow.
That's
We-
sad.
We
And
try
I
and help
think
out as best as we
It is
can.
sad.
Yeah,
and on
that's
top of
not
that,
enough.
you know, it's just a really good way to express yourself. If you're having a bad day, Jennifer and I would become artists if we just had bad day art. Okay, we could do bad day art. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, it would be bad.
We'll bring you a tag a day to make your day,
Yeah,
to make you
it
feel
would be
better.
black,
Yeah.
I think, pretty much black, maybe a little brown going on. But sometimes we're suicidal. Yeah, we always talk about that. So is there anything that I haven't talked about that you really need to get out there for everyone to hear? I mean, I would love everyone to have a vanity plate done by a child on the front of their car. I think that would just be so cool. But is there anything that I haven't really touched upon that you really need to speak about? Because this is such a, it's just such a, I think it's very important. I really do. I think creativity, I think, you know, learning how to think for yourself, learning to bring your idea to a piece of paper is so important, you know. And so is there something that I've forgotten or I should touch on?
I think you covered everything. You know, we're just trying to encourage the students to their best ability to, you know, actually put something out there that they're proud of and can potentially win an award off of, you know. And if they can bring more money
Put
to
that
their
on
school,
their resume for sixth grade.
I'd say
Yeah, I
why
think that's-
not, you know.
And I ran into somebody today, and she was actually, the school that she was at, they have a 5th and 6th grade that's kind of together. So she got to do the program 2 years in a row, and she won 2 years in a row.
Wow.
And she's moved on, and she's still talking about it. And her mom and I had this big discussion today on how exciting it was and how much she appreciated it. So I think that's what it's about.
I think that's true, too, because I was in Publix yesterday. I'm in Publix every day, but I was in Publix yesterday, and the cashier said to me, so what's the podcast on? And I said, it's going to be on art. Well, you call me...
You've become very popular,
I'm
Mary
not
Lou,
popular,
with
but
your
anyway,
podcast.
so I said it's going to be on Kids Tag Art, and she said, "Oh, I love that program." You know, and she talked about her grandchildren were participating in it. So it's not like it's an unknown entity. People do know about it, which is really amazing.
We've made huge progress. Well, like Evergreen's one of our sponsors. Piper Aircraft is one of
Well,
our sponsors.
thank you for that, Jesse.
you know,
Maybe I won't contribute $500. Maybe I'll give him less now that you're doing that. Okay, good boy, good job. Okay, that's wonderful. You know, we're gonna. Jennifer is too. She sold 6 houses. Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
So that'll be. I only sold 4, but I'll do it anyway.
Almost. We're almost there.
We haven't closed yet. We might be crying later.
We'll catch up with you later.
We'll catch up. But it's, to me, one of the reasons that I do this podcast is because I love this county so much. I can't begin to tell you how much I adore living here and working here. And our
second
son was
that.
just in from California, and he went to Publix and then he went to Home Depot, and he's like, everyone's so nice.
Yes.
I'm like, should we apologize for that? I mean, it's just amazing. So for me, something like this, where we're out there trying to build children's self-esteem, make money for a great program, and do what's necessary for the art programs, is just amazing. But this art is just wonderful. I love going into the DMV and just seeing that poster there. In fact, I wanted to have my picture taken
That's
yesterday.
what I thought.
We'll do that. We'll do that anyway, Jennifer. We'll pretend it was
Let's
part
do
of the
it.
show.
And we can join the, we can go to the awards dinner.
You
as
go
well.
to the awards.
Yes.
Well, after you buy that plate, after you make that contribution,
I would love to buy a
you're
plate.
going to have to. We're going to have to go and see it done. And the kids, what are their reactions? I mean, I know you said some are shy, but
some are speechless, absolutely, and then some just are so excited and they talk and they're just thrilled to have won, and they'll tell you all about it, and it's just amazing. And it's all areas of the county.
Yeah.
Everybody is participating. I think every public school participates. Now the homeschoolers, your private schools
That's a really
participate.
big deal, too,
And it
homeschooling,
is.
yeah.
It is.
I
And
like that.
we have an in with that program now that we're so excited about, because it's harder to collect these things from the different groups, and we've found every school in the county. And sometimes you'd be surprised. Some of them are kind of tiny.
I'm always shocked at how many schools do we have?
So
See, I thought there were like 5.
No. I think we're at, want to say 15 public schools and then 8 private schools.
Yeah,
so
for fifth grade,
it kind of gets up there.
Wow.
But when everybody's there at the award ceremony at the end of the year, you can really see the turnout of everybody that comes out.
And their siblings.
And their siblings.
The younger ones
their
that
whole
want to do
family.
it the following year, or the ones that won it the year before. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It runs in the families.
Yeah, and she helps present the awards and all that, so she was able to see more of their faces when they came up, got everything, and you could see it, at least from my perspective where I saw a lot of happy faces and kids that just were excited to see.
I think that I always do research before we do a podcast.
Yeah.
Jennifer, do you do research or no? Okay, so we want to ask Jennifer that. A little, okay. But I always do research, and one of the things I noticed was that I went on YouTube, and there's nothing on YouTube. So I think this year, maybe we should be doing some photography. Maybe we can get Lulich to get his photographer out here and take something and put it up on YouTube, because honestly, this is such a great program, and it really deserves a little bit more publicity than my little podcast. It needs.
Well, we love this.
Oh, I know we love it, and I love it and love having you. But I think that I'd like to get you out there and have people really know about you.
A little more
because the only one I
exposure.
saw was I can't remember. It was might have been Polk County, I think, and it was
Polk County started.
yeah,
started
it might have
started
been
it.
only
We
like
did read
it was
that.
a very short, maybe 6 or 8 minutes, and I think it would be great for people to see the children react, whether they reacted and said nothing or whether they were all over the place.
And we have that on both video and still photography. Maybe Jeremy will put together he's been doing some videos for the office.
There
so
you go, Jeremy.
Let's put something together and
I'll
we'll
be
talk
there with
about
you.
it.
I'll be glad to help you because I love taking.
And of course, we
photographs.
present a license plate in a frame
I saw.
to the child and to their class.
Yeah.
So that a lot of the schools have them on display in their offices and things. And
Maybe
then
we should have the
the
museum
child
do
gets to take
something.
them home, and then we have a certificate, and they get a little medal that hangs around their neck.
It's a big
and,
deal.
they're
It's a
just-
big
yeah,
deal.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very big deal.
It is a big
That's
deal.
the expense. There is
Jennifer
no
wants a
overhead on
medal.
our part.
She wants a medal, right, Jennifer?
For drawing, I don't think so.
we do have a Facebook page currently for Kids Tag Art.
I saw
itself.
that.
So we're trying to promote that, but I mean, I've been thinking about it recently too, just trying to get more publicity out
Only
there.
because
Thinking about a YouTube channel.
It really should go up on YouTube because honestly, the county has a lot of stuff on YouTube,
Yeah,
but
that's
this
like a
is
database
something. This is
it.
something really fun, and I think it would get a lot of involvement because it's just a great program.
Yeah.
Jesse, am I running out of time? 1 minute. I have 1 minute. Okay. So in the last minute, I just want to thank you for coming. I can't, Carole Jean, you're always such a good friend to me.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, are you kidding? It was
This
a
is so
joy.
exciting.
Absolutely. It wasn't easy to get to you, by the way. I had to hit you Messenger, and then I had to go through the website. I had an account
You don't have
number.
my cell phone number?
I think I do, but I wouldn't never
Your
do that.
daughter does.
Well, I know.
You should.
I know, but I would never.
That's the best way to get hold of me.
I know, but if I have, then I owe her. You know?
Text me,
I
yeah.
owe my daughter. I can't be owing my daughter. Okay.
We love your daughter.
We love her too. She's amazing. So I want to thank you for coming. It's just really, this is such an amazing program. I hope that this helps you a little bit, and I definitely want to be there and help Jennifer does too.
I will be there as well.
I tease Jennifer. Jennifer and I are now committed to fishing, and now
We did the Blue
Now
Water
kids
Open
take
Yeah, we did the
together.
Blue
There you
Water
go.
Open,
Now
and
the-
now I got to go again.
now
I
the
never held a
tagger.
fishing rod in my life.
Are you
Never
going
was in
to
a
get
truck
on a
till I-
boat?
I didn't get on a boat. They wouldn't let me on the dock.
Oh.
I don't know why. But anyway. And then on top of it, I've never been in a truck until I moved up here. I never held a fishing rod, never been on a truck.
You're a South Florida girl.
I don't know what I am, but apparently, yeah. But I love it here. And this
I know you
community is just the best. So for those of you looking to move anywhere, I cannot say it enough. If you're looking for a place to live where you're going to feel at home right away, where there's something for everybody here, whether you live in a cottage, a castle, or if you want to be on a farm or a ranch, there's no place like Indian River County. And you'll know anybody that you need to know. If you want to know your sheriff, you're going to know him. If you want to know your congressperson, you'll know them. And you can't say that about anywhere else. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. Have the best day ever. Ciao for now. Take care. Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Lou Chambriello, and I'm a realtor in Indian River County, Florida. I'm currently working with a client who's looking to purchase large parcels of land from 15 to 250 acres. So if you're a landowner and you live anywhere in the state of Florida, this applies to anywhere in the state of Florida, please give me a call, 561-305-7139. Again, 561-305-7139. I hope to hear from you. Have the best day ever, and ciao for now.